Hi guys, welcome back to College Dunia's YouTube channel. Today we have Rajeshwari Mandal with us and she is a CUET 2026 topper. So let's get started.
Hello,
Hello Rajeshwari, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm also good. Congratulations on your exceptional result.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, to begin with, can you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hello, my name is Rajeshwari Mandal. I am from Kolkata and I'm a student. I had science stream in class 11th and 12th. I had physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, and web application apart from English as my first language. Apart from academics, I love to write. I'm very much into writing, and I have been a student writer, a student journalist for newspapers. And I also love to sketch. I love to paint. These are my hobbies. So that's me in a nutshell.
That's great. Awesome hobbies you have.
Thank you.
So you dedicate most of your time in studies or polishing your skills?
I would say I had a balanced approach. I know in classes 11th and 12th, especially for...
One second.
Sure.
I'm sorry for
the
interruption.
So, as I was saying, I had a balanced approach. I'm someone who believes in keeping everything balanced. So, in contrary to what many students think, that they have to give up their passion, their hobbies for their academic priorities, but I don't believe in so, because I did not give up on writing. I continued to write for papers. That was my hobby, and I couldn't give it up, because if I did, then I would have no recreational time. And I believe without recreation, without proper recreation, if you do not keep a certain number of hours dedicated, like separated that for your academics and for your hobbies, I don't think that we can focus on our academics enough. So for keeping our focus steady and firm, I believe that participating in our hobbies is equally important for each and every student.
Yes, absolutely. So what was going through your mind when you opened your scorecard, when you saw the result?
I was very anxious that day, because since the last 2-3 days, as we know, I had been seeing news that CUET results are going to come today. And when they finally did, my hands were shaking. I still remember the moment. My parents were just beside me. My mother was beside me. I told my father also. I called him up. So my hands were shaking, and those who know me know that I may look very calm, I may look very organized, but I'm not. I'm a very anxious person, and I'm very impatient. So yes, I was very, I wouldn't say I was afraid or I was scared, because I had given my exams and I was pretty confident. I knew I had done well, but it's just that that particular moment when you know that it's about to come, you get that anxiety. So I was facing the same. That's it.
Yeah, and we students usually face a good amount of build-up before the result is announced.
Yes, and psychologically, there are 2 types of stresses, as we learned. The psychology students of class 12 will relate. That's eustress and distress. So distress is the negative stress, and eustress. So what we are facing now is the eustress. So that is the positive stress. A certain amount of stress is necessary, I feel, for each and every student, because if that doesn't come, because with that minimum stress we have our motivation, then we wouldn't be motivated to perform better.
Yes, I agree to that. Yes, so obviously you shared your excitement with your mother first.
Yes.
What was her reaction?
My mother was just beside me. So she was one of the first person to see my results along with me. So she was, and it's like I am the person who stresses, who panics, and she's the one who is calm. So she was like, you should stay calm. I'm sure you would do well. But that moment it was not about doing well, because I knew I had done well, because my exams had gone well. It was about, getting to open my results finally when they popped up, because the website had some glitches, and I took 1 to 2 attempts to open it. And when it finally did, I was just so excited, and I was overwhelmed with happiness. Then I called my father up that the results are finally out, and he was quite happy too. He was very happy.
Yeah. So during your class 12th, when did you finally decide that, okay, now's the time that I should start preparing for CUET?
I think my results will be in contrary to many students, because I would say that appearing for CUET was a rather simultaneous decision. There was a time I remember I told my mother that when the registration forms first came, that Mom, I want to appear for CUET. I want to give this exam. And she's someone who has always been very supportive. I told my father, I informed my father as well. He was also very supportive, because without parent support, I think the students are incomplete.
Yes.
So it's their support that is like a pat on the back and motivates us to do better. And they were intensely supportive. Whatever I did a lot of self-study for CUET. I paired it up with mock tests from various websites, online resources, and whatever books I had of class 12. So whatever resources, whatever counseling, as I said, I am someone who panics a lot. So when I needed counseling, when I needed someone to motivate me, someone to calm me down, they were always there beside me, and I'm just grateful to them. That's all I can say as a daughter.
Yes, parent support is always necessary.
Absolutely.
So, can you share with us a rough timetable of yours that worked for you?
Yes, sure. So I am a night owl. I am someone who believes that my focus increases by 80% when it's night, because it's all calm and quiet outside. I am not someone who usually wakes up early to sit for study. I used to study till late nights. So in the morning after I got up, I attended my school. Of course, I had my school in Kolkata from about 8 o'clock, and it went on till 2:30. I reached my house and I freshened up. Then I had my lunch. That was till 4. Yes, till 4 in the evening. After that, I took a gap. I took a nap sometimes, or I did my writing and stuff. Anything that I felt would freshen up my mind. And then from 6 p.m. I sat down to study. Okay. That was for my weekdays. And when I sat down to study till 6 p.m., I ensured that I had no distractions in between. Because after that, I got up at 7 p.m. 7:30, I had some snacks, and then I continued to study till at a stretch till 10:30. Okay. After the dinner, then I did the revisions. Whatever I studied in school and whatever I studied myself from the evening till the night, I made sure that I made short notes that I stuck beside my bed or somewhere near me, so that I could get up and see it the next morning when I wake up. I felt that it helped me to memorize better. And that's a technique I feel that students can follow, because psychologically also, I think the things like the short notes, the formulas that we see when we get up or before going to bed, it helps us to retain the information better.
Yes.
So yes, that was something I did.
Nice. So, and did you prepare solely from NCERT books, or you took help from other sources also?
NCERT is important because NCERT forms the foundation. It forms the basic. But I wouldn't say that studying only NCERT is enough. I believe that books are never the one-stop solution that we have for covering up the chapters. I feel after reading the NCERT, that can be for any subject, that can be for physics, chemistry, biology, whatever we're reading. irrespective of the stream. You can be from science, commerce, or humanities. But I feel NCRT is important for each and every student. And I feel after reading NCRT, making your own short notes just beside the gaps, because as we know, each and every pages of NCRT have a little gap. So I think we should stick notes. We should use the sticky notes that are available in the market, and we should make our own short notes or our own short tricks, and we should stick it just beside our book, because whenever we open, when we catch a glimpse of it, I feel we can connect with the lines of the NCRT better. That is something I did too, but I feel only reading NCRT is not enough. Of course, I took help from other resources like question banks. Question banks came in handy for me, and it was even for my boards, not just for competitive exams.
Okay.
There are multiple resources and question banks available in the market, and online resources as well, online question banks. And I paired it up with mock tests. I attempted a lot of mock tests for CUET. Around, I remember I used to appear for at least 5 a day per subject.
Okay.
No matter what I did, I knew that it was my daily goal, that I had to appear for that. I had to finish this, and then only I would sleep. So I did not give up my passion. Rather, I focused more on completing my day-to-day targets. And I am not someone who believes that to achieve something, to achieve results for a particular exam, I need to give up my social media. I did not. My friends and those who know me would know I never gave up on social media. I was as active on social media as I was in my class 9th and 10th. But that did not deter my focus. My focus was firm. I knew what I had to do.
That's good. So the resources that you use, you mainly use online resources, or you use books also to solve PYQs?
I feel I use online resources much more.
Okay. Can you name a few of them?
Yes. There are a few YouTube channels that I would especially mention CUET Atta. Their videos were very helpful for me. It helped me to prepare better. And I also came across a website, especially for my preparation of psychology during my class 11th and 12th. That's edurave.com. I think it goes, I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but it goes like edurave.com. So they had these summaries of each and every chapter. So once I completed a chapter, I went through the summary, I made short notes, and I attempted the mock tests. So it helped me.
Okay. So what was your domain subjects in CUET? PCM only, or you changed it?
No. Since I knew I would be applying for psychology programs, okay, I would take a moment to explain this as well. Many students have this thing that I'm talking about psychology. I'm not sure about the other programs, but for psychology, for many universities, now the general test is not compulsory anymore. It has been replaced with the domain subjects, where we can, attempt one more domain subject rather than,
general
test. And they take the best 2 scores apart from the language for consideration for psychology and related programs. And like the students who choose to appear for the general test can, then their lowest score would be replaced with that. I chose not to appear for it. It was my decision. I did not appear for the general test. There are about 23 domain subjects, and the best 2 and the best 3, whatever your score is, apart from the languages, 1 or 2 languages you choose will be considered for your counseling. So my top among the domain subjects I chose, my topmost scores were in psychology, biology. I was a biology student, and I chose English as my primary language. Yeah.
Okay. So how did you manage both your board exams and preparing for CUET at the same time?
I think it's because the syllabus is same for both. So I think we should first focus on grasping the concepts, clearing our foundations. The foundations have to be very strong. be it for boards, be it for CUET, be it for any other exam you're appearing for any stream. I think the foundation, we should focus on the clearing the foundations. The board results did not matter to me much because I knew that from when I started preparing for CUET, I knew that like choosing, because they have a different format. Board is concept focused on more the conceptual part, the long answers, and CUET has an MCQ format.
Yes.
I chose, that was a bold decision. I feel looking back, I made back then. But I practiced plenty of MCQs. I did not have time to practice long questions enough. I did, but I felt that somehow much more of my focus went into practicing MCQs. But since my foundation was strong and the syllabus was strong, the chapters were the same. So I think it helped me to cover both.
Okay. So we all know that CUET has domain subjects, then it has a language, and you can pick and choose. So how did you plan your day that you can give a sufficient amount of time to every subject that you have chosen for CUET?
Yes, as I said, I made sure that I attempted, no matter what subject I was studying, it could be, I may be covering the board subjects as well. Like the subjects I did not choose for CUET, but I had in my boards. Even when I studied that, and that my time went there, but I made sure that for CUET, I attempted at least 5 mock tests per subject. That helped me to stay in touch with the concepts, with the chapter, and with all the subjects I had for CUET. So that I could retain the information, and whatever mistakes I did in the mock test, I made a notebook, I made my diary, and I used to note it there. And I used to, like, this question was wrong, I used to write the entire question and the correct answer and the explanation that why it is the correct answer. Before going to bed, I used to, go through it every day. So that helped me to, even though I was not studying the subjects every day because I could not have the time. I need to prepare for my boards as well as CUET and examinations. So, but I made sure that I went through the diary every day and I attempted the mock tests so that I would not forget what I'm learning.
So among all the subjects that you choose, which one you thought was your weakest or was tough for you? And how did you plan to achieve good marks in that subject?
I feel I chose the I fortunately chose all the subjects like where I felt I would do good, and I did good. But my topmost scores came in psychology, biology. I feel I have a weak corner for English because even if I don't study English that much, I feel all the students might relate, the CBSE and ICSE students. The marks automatically somehow come, even if I study English less. So that was a strong point. I did not have to study English much. I feel I'm making a contradictory statement, but it's true. I did not study English that much, but I was fortunate enough to have this course. I was, as I said, into writing, and I'm a reader. I'm much engrossed in novels. So that is something I did from my childhood. So English was not a concern for me, at least.
Good. So CUET still has negative marking. So how did you decide when to attempt a question or when to leave it, and wrong guesses did not cut your marks? How did you move around?
I feel that figuring out the structure of the examination, CUET, is much more important. That's the first thing each and every aspirant should do. For structure-wise, I would recommend you go through the questions. Like when the timer starts and we are allowed to log in to the examination, I feel we should go through all the questions first at once, like catch a glimpse of it. And then we can start attempting it. We can do the rough work, and whatever questions we feel we have a doubt in, we should not spare our time. We should not give our time into thinking in the first round. We should attempt the questions we are confident of in the first round, and then we can leave it for mark for review, the ones we are unsure of or the ones we are feel we do not know the answer to. And then in the second round, I feel when we come back, we can choose to either solve the questions. If they get solved, then that's a win-win situation. But if they do not, we can take into consideration the elimination method. It's very helpful. I know it's a shortcut, but sometimes the shortcuts come in handy, especially for competitive examinations, because how you're reaching the answer, the examiner won't be able to see. They will just see if you marked the right answer or not. The elimination method comes in handy. You can eliminate out the options, but that's for the last round. Like if you have no other way out, then I feel that you should use the elimination method. You choose the option you are most which seems to you that can be the answer, and the options you feel that wouldn't go with that particular questions, you can cancel them one by one, and then you will automatically reach to the correct answer. And the questions after that also that we are completely unsure of, then I feel we should not take a risk to attempt it. I think we should leave it, because the negative markings can cancel the marks of the correct answers as well. So yes, I feel we should not take that risk.
Yes, negative marking certainly cost us our dream colleges.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's my suggestion.
Yeah. So what did you do in the last month before the CUET exam?
I felt I increased the number of mock tests that I gave in a day. As I said, 5 per subjects, 4 subjects. I increased the number of tests from 5 to about 8, 9 per subject in a day. And I used to, because the last month I had nothing more to learn, because my board examinations were done. I was sure of the chapters. I was sure that I had everything covered. I felt I just went through the notes. Whatever mistakes I came in my mock tests, I corrected those. I wrote them down in my notebook, in my diary, and I went through it. So for the last month, mock tests are kind of the only thing that I focused on.
Okay. So during your exam, did you face any surprise question or tricky question? And how
Definitely. I did. But I did not choose to think about it in the first round while I was attempting. I attempted the questions I was sure of in the beginning. There were only about 1-2 questions which I think I was unsure of back then. In the second round, I did the elimination method. I used the elimination method, and I completed my tests before time. I think 15 minutes were still remaining for each and every subject I appeared, and I could utilize that time for my revision.
Okay. So you utilized your time quite well, and you had 15 minutes in your hand.
Yeah, I think I'm good with time management.
That's good. So on the exam day, did you feel any stress or anxious?
Anxiety, I feel before examinations, every student faces a certain level of anxiety, no matter how good your preparation is. Still, there's some anxiety that there's this anxiety that I just hope everything goes well. And after the exam concludes, we get a sense of relief. So yes, I had that exam anxiety. My hands were literally cold. And I remember on the day of the examination, in my room, the AC was not working.
Oh.
Yes, the AC was not working in my center. So that was a technical difficulty I faced, but I did not let it, ruin my day, ruin my examinations. I did not focus on it. I was feeling hot, but I knew something would be done about it. But that's nothing I could change. But if I did allow it to hinder my exam, then I will be the one facing the difficulties during my results. So I did not focus on it. I just knew that I had, I came for the examination and I have to attempt the examination. I have to do well. That's what I kept on telling myself before the exam started. And when the exam started, I forgot everything. I was engrossed into the questions.
So how did you push through this whole preparation journey? What kept you going? Your intrinsic motivation or external motivation?
I feel I am an overthinker, and I can admit this. I am an overthinker, and I am someone who is a very anxious, impatient individual. I may seem calm, but I'm someone who will never give up on something. When I have decided I want to do something, I want to pursue something, I want to, this may be this may be thought of as something a negative emotion, but that's something about me I cannot change. It's in my character. I feel those who know me would know, my parents, my friends would know. I am someone who just never gives up. If I have thought to myself that I will do this, then I will do this. No matter how much challenges I face on the way, but I know I have to achieve my goals somehow. If I can, I know I only had one attempt. I am not someone who is so patient for second attempts, for something like drops. I knew I had to do it in the first attempt, and that was my motto. That was the goal. That was the dream I was working for. Because each and every individual is incomplete without their dreams. So that was the dream that was allowing me to live. I live for my dreams. I am a dreamer. So yes, I worked for that. That's how I motivated myself, that I'm here to achieve my goals. I'm here to achieve my dreams. Both in my professional journey, my academic priorities, and my personal life, like my passion, writing and all. So I knew I had to balance both. I knew I had to achieve my dreams. I knew I had to build my career.
Yeah, so your intrinsic motivation kept you going.
Yes, absolutely.
So did you ever face pressure from your family or your peer pressure? And if you ever, then how did you deal with it?
Peer pressure I never felt, because I feel that I had supportive friends. My friends were pretty good. They were extremely good. Because yes, my friends are not the kind of people who would, put me through something like peer pressure or put anyone through that stuff. I am fortunate enough to have a very good friend circle. The best of the bestest friends. And talking about my parents, they did not pressurize me, but I feel for families, for each and every family, each and every student would relate, the minimum amount of pressure, especially from mothers. I feel it's very important to keep each and every student going. So yes, that kind of positive motivation, positive pushing is important, and I face the same. And I'm fortunate to my mother for it, because otherwise I don't feel I could have done so well. My father was supportive also from the beginning to the end. So yes, I am fortunate enough to have very good supportive parents. My mother does scold me sometimes, but I think it's for my own good. And my teachers were pretty good as well. They always solved my doubts on time. That's absolutely
okay. So now that the results are out, so which university and course would you like to join?
My answer would be a little different from what usually people expect. I feel at the moment I am way too overwhelmed with happiness. And as we know, the counseling process is yet to be started full-fledgedly. So I feel I would be applying to all the colleges. I feel GOS, all the psychology, good and reputed psychology colleges. And I know I can procure a good psychology seat, fortunately, given my scores, which again I'm very fortunate to fortunate enough, and I'm grateful to God for this. And I feel I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the counseling process. And yes, I have not chosen any one college as such that no, this is the college I am applying to. But I think I'm a free individual, and I feel I am much more into applying to all the reputed colleges of psychology, and whichever college after the counseling process, after the list comes out, whichever I feel goes the best with my personality, with my extracurricular and all the campus, the teachers, the faculty, of course, everything comes into my consideration. After that, I feel I'll choose, because I know I can get a seat, fortunately, in all the reputed colleges.
Yes.
So yes, I don't have any one particular fix.
Okay, that's good. You have not kept all your eggs in one basket.
True. Absolutely. Accurately describing my situation. Yes.
So we all know that CUET has this normalization process. Did you, when you gave the exam, were you worried about it after your exam that it might lower my marks or it might affect my marks?
No. I knew I had done well, and I knew all I had to do is wait for my results to come out. I believed in the process. I believed in the evaluation process, and I know that my scores would come out to be accurate. I was not afraid because I knew my exams had gone well, and I feel that's all that should matter to the aspirants, because lots of news and everything will come out. I'm not discouraging you from participating, from going through the news, but I feel that do not panic before your results. I think you should keep your calm, because after you have attempted, after you have given your best for your examination, there's nothing more you can do as such.
Yes.
So I feel we should keep our calm, we should be cool enough, and believe in God. Believe in God's plans, and I feel that if we have worked hard enough, the hours don't matter, the concentration does. Even if you're studying for 1 hour, make sure you're studying it with full concentration. And I feel that if we do justice towards our preparation, our results would do justice towards us.
Yes. So would you like to take us through the whole counseling process? And any tips for students who are working for it right now, doing it now?
Yes, surely. For students who are like fixated on particular choices, like that can be BHU or DU or any particular courses, I feel the first step that you should follow even before registration for phase 1, phase 2, whatsoever, I feel that do a proper research, keep your options open, and make a priority list. What matters for admission for proper counseling is your choice list. So make sure you make a very good choice list from the very beginning, and do not be fixated on particular colleges, honestly. Yes. Because just focus before your exam. The thing you should focus on is your preparation. And after the results are out, what you should be more engrossed about is the list of the colleges that are offering the program that you are looking for. Do a proper research, do a good research, make a proper list, write down, go through it, and once keep your documents ready, all the documents, because after the counseling process starts full-fledgedly, you honestly don't have the time to arrange your documents. So it's important you keep in the documents hand. And after that, do the registration. Keep your parents beside you, because they are honestly the motivators. They are people who could help you out. So don't panic. Keep your calm. Make a good choice list. Do the registration. Make sure you are giving and uploading the proper and valid documents. And after that, wait for your results.
Nice. So now that you have appeared for CUET exam, What is the most common mistake you see students make during the preparation of this exam?
I have seen students thinking that studying 15 to 18 hours is enough. And I've seen students thinking that those who do well study all the time, or 23 or maybe even 24 hours a day. Honestly, I can say I don't. I am a human. I am not someone who can study 23 hours a day. And the students who think that studying 12 to 15 hours can help them give secure good results, honestly, it doesn't matter. You can study 12 hours a day, you can study 16 hours a day, you can keep your books open for 18 hours a day. But if you are not interested in the subjects, in the chapters you are studying, if you are not interested in your course book, if you do not focus on giving your full concentration to learning and understanding the concepts, then nothing can help you. As I said, you can study 1 hour, you can study 2 hours for any stream, for any subject, but if you don't do it with full concentration, then nothing can help you.
True.
Sitting and opening the books for almost 23 hours a day, 18 hours a day, this is a strong statement I'm making, I know, but this is my personal belief. Even if we are studying 1 hour, 2 hours a day, sometimes on specific days we might have this tendency of taking a gap, and such gaps are important. We don't feel like studying sometimes.
Yes.
So we can study for 1 hour, but we ought to do it with full concentration. That's it.
Okay. So apart from your own hard work, who would you like to dedicate your success to?
Like any other aspirant, I feel I would like to dedicate my success to my parents, my mother, who has been through this with me from the very beginning, and who I feel as a child, as a daughter, as her only daughter, I have troubled her a lot. As I said, I am someone who might seem very calm and patient, but I'm not. I'm very naughty, and I have been a naughty child from my childhood. I feel I've troubled my mother a lot, but she has fortunately kept her calm. She has been very patient from the very beginning. My father too, he has always motivated me. He has always been the motivator, because I have a habit of panicking, and it's my father who used to motivate me from the very beginning till the very end. He has seen me through all the phases of disappointment, of almost giving up, but my parents never gave up on me, honestly. And my best friends, my friends, thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for bearing all my naughtiness. And I am someone who talks a lot, so thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for being here. That's all I can say.
Nice. And such a coincidence that I'm also the single child of my parents.
Oh, then I am sure you would relate.
Yes, absolutely, I can. Okay, Rajeshwari, it was awesome talking to you today.
Thank you. You too.
All the very best for your future journey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was great to be in a conversation with you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.